Jimmy K here, Metal Voice. Look at this. The Metal Voice shirts are now on sale. Just go to the video description to find out on how you can purchase one. Metal! What's happening, Oscar? It's great to see you again. Thanks for coming to LA and
Good to see you.
invited me here to the Wiltern. It's great to
That was
to
not
come
long
and check
ago
it.
when we saw each other.
Exactly.
A couple of weeks only.
Yeah, you guys rocked the whiskey. That was amazing. A special event there.
Yeah, it was a fun time.
So I've seen you guys play some amazing shows, but one of the shows that really stands out in my mind is when you guys played in Wacken, and this is a number of years ago, probably about 4 or 5 years ago. And
Thank you.
You guys were my absolute favorite band from that year at Wacken. I mean, watching these videos. And
For us, it was a matter of taking a break. We took a break for 18 months from everything that had to do with Hammerfall, basically. And I'm guessing that that show that you're talking about, Wacken, was right after that break. And we took the break to recharge the batteries, and it really worked. So I guess that's part of it, at least.
it's good to know, because I mean that's like the secret special formula.
Yeah, well, things became fun again. They weren't as much fun right before we took the break, which was the whole stepping away for a little bit and come back with renewed vigor, I guess.
You guys actually recorded covers, right? You recorded a bunch of covers.
Yeah, over the years, yes.
And you also recorded My Sharona, isn't that correct?
Yeah, for 2009.
Why did you pick My Sharona out of all songs?
I'm not really sure exactly why. I mean, it's a really good song, and with a
absolutely.
really catchy riff. That was the whole thing, and we started playing it on sound checks and stuff on the tour before in 2007, and it just sort of evolved from there.
So you guys were having fun with it and just said, hey, let's put this on track it.
That's exactly what happened.
Excellent. So tell me a little bit about your new album, Dominion. Tell me about some of the meaning behind the songs, the songwriting, and how it's kind of, segued into like how you differentiate that from the previous, because I do think it's got a lot of energy, and it's the level of the writing is right up there with other Hammerfall albums, but it really is a strong album in my opinion.
Yeah, for us it was a matter of planning ahead a little bit. With Built to Last, we were sort of taken unawares a little bit. We weren't really ready. We didn't have the time to write the songs and to let them mature. It was more like finish this stuff so we can start recording, because we had a set time. We were going to go into the studio, and with Dominion, I started writing songs a lot earlier. I tried to write in different ways, like on tour, for example, which was a big. I could never do it kind of thing before, but I realized it's really rewarding to do it that way. And so with Built to Last, I don't know, the last couple of weeks I spent, or maybe 1 month or two before the album recording started, I couldn't enjoy any of the songs I was writing. I just had to finish the stuff. With Dominion, we finished everything several months before the songwriting was supposed to begin. So, the recording was supposed to begin. So I think that helps a lot. It also meant that we got time to go through the songs, to put all the attention to the details that you need, and also meant that because we did that, we had a lot of like when we recorded the songs, we didn't have to experiment a lot. We knew exactly what we were supposed to do, and we could do it. Again, we peaked at the right moment when we actually recording. Then you could take a little bit of break when somebody else was recording, and that helps to create a really relaxed atmosphere. I know that's the opposite of energetic, but I think it works that way at least for us. When you record something, if you're relaxed, you're able to put all that energy that you actually have inside into that moment when you're playing, and then you can take it back again. It's big. So, and that helped making this album sound the way it does, for sure.
So tell me, is there anything different happening on the show tonight? Are you guys doing similar songs, or you got some
like last time,
bringing in?
Let's see what we did last time. It's gonna be pretty similar, except for the fact that you won't be there, for example.
I'm here. I'm just gonna watch.
Yeah, No, we have 60 minutes, and like I said, this is the Sabaton tour. The fans who come here, they all love Sabaton, and we were trying to show the people here that might not have heard of Hammerfall or maybe not heard our music before, that this is what we do. And I think there's a big chance that if they like Sabaton, they will also like Hammerfall. You just have to expose them to it, basically. So we're gonna do a kind of a best of show, focusing a little bit on the new stuff, because it's a new. For us, it's also the what is it now? So the new album has only been out for a couple of months, right? So we're trying to do that as well. But it'll be pretty similar, but shorter than what we did at the Whiskey.
I know it's going to be an amazing show, and I know the last one was really special. And thank you for letting me be part of that. It was amazing,
really cool,
really fun. And one thing I wanted to also just mention real quick, because I know Pontus, he's quite pretty sophisticated in his engineering and his sound and technology. I just wondered, the setup that you guys have for the guitars. I know that everything, you have in-ears and you have all this sophistication in your sound. So are you guys using like a Kemper, or what is it that you guys...
Yeah. I mean, almost everybody's using a Kemper on stage nowadays because it's so convenient and it sounds so damn good. The sounds that we do a profile of all of our, when we record an album, we do a profile of the album sound. And then we use that for the live sound. So the actual sound that we use is a Marshall-based sound. But or actually it's a strictly Marshall sound, I should say, because we use the small 1 watt anniversary JVM and the big one, the 410.
1 watt.
Yeah, I know it sounds weird, but it's the best sounding Marshall amp I've ever heard. I used it for all my demos for 5-6 years. It was also on the last album, but it was complemented with different amps. Now that was my main one, and I had the 410 as a slave to that one. So that's the sound we use. It's a Marshall sound, but we produce a Marshall sound with the Kempers, and that's the beauty of the Kempers. That's why they're so unbelievably great, because they make you. I mean, we carry everything with us from Europe. We couldn't have done that with a big Marshall head and stuff.
Now, is that the same kind of sound that Pontus is using, or has he got a little bit different sound?
We have different sounds because we're different guitar players, and he also likes a different guitar sound. But the process of creating it is the same. He uses also his album sound for his guitars.
And the last question, real quick, is Joachim. I just wondered how he keeps, in the form that he does, because your songs are not easy to sing, and I know because
you tried now.
I tried to sing Hector's Hymn, and he said, Neil, you want to come sing a song with us, and he gave me a week's time, and I thought, wow, well, it's better than a day, like they give you at some of these jams, and he's like, Neil, I thought you'd say no because it was only a week.
Yeah.
So he thought it was kind of bold, but I just wonder how he really sings on such a high level. Your songs are not.
No, he's taking care of his voice. I think that's the main reason. He's doing warm-ups every day before the shows. He's actually in the shower now, probably for the acoustics, singing, and he also doesn't scream. He sings with the proper technique, which makes his voice last a lot longer. He just doesn't just grab the microphone and go, rah, and that's why his voice he's 49 years old now. His voice now sounds better than it ever has before, and these things matter for him. I mean, and the way he handles everything. Plus, he's also the technique he's using. I think is making him sing properly, so to speak, how to form the sounds properly is what I mean. And that helps also to preserve the voice. And it's, for me, I have recorded so many albums with him. I've seen him in the studio many years now. And every time we're in the studio, I get goosebumps because I realize, he knows his voice is getting better with every album that we do.
He's precise, and his performance is just, point spot on. And Sweden rock, I just had to throw that last one in there. I cheated, man. I said one last one, but here's another last one. We make Sweden rock.
Uh-huh.
What made that song happen? How did that song happen?
It was an idea from Joachim. he mailed me and said, "What do you think of this idea? Is it good or bad?" It's like, yeah, he's good with ideas, like coming up with stuff. And I said, I thought about it for a while, and I said, okay, this might actually be a really good idea. And he had all everything laid out from the beginning, and I had the perfect song for that story, so to speak, that he wanted to tell. So we started putting that song together, and it took a while to get it where it is right now. Many details were tweaked towards, just to get it right. But once we got it right, I feel that song is one of those that will be with us forever.
I love the song, and I love Hammerfall. I love you, Oscar. You're the best.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for having me.